Welcome back. So this is an important week for sports here in San Diego. The Major League All-Star Game is going to be played here at Petco Park. Here to talk to us a little bit more about the game is a player from the very first All-Star Game, old-timey baseball player Hammerin' Homer O'Halloran. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on, Homer.
Thanks for having me, Jesse.
It's good to see you here. Thank you for coming on. Homer, I have to admit, I really don't know that much about baseball, and you've been playing for a long time. What are some things that people can learn about the game that you can impart to us?
Sure, I'm glad you asked, Jesse. See, I think this is going to be a fine match as long as there's no duffs. Well, then it's going to be a matter of whichever team shows the most ginger.
Ginger, yeah. Okay, that sounds about right. So why don't you break down the game for us?
Sure, no problem. See, when a striker steps to the line, well, he better hope that he's no muckle, because when that bowler steps to the rubber, he's going to take that apple and he's going to try to...
Wait, bowler, apple, muggle, are you still talking about baseball, or...?
You know I am, Jesse. That isn't giggle water in your cup there, is it?
It actually is giggle water, yeah, but...
Anyway, so when that onion comes flying at you, well, you better hope that you're no muffin. Because when you strike it with your willow, well, you better hope it's no banjo hit or a daisy cutter or a bug bruiser or a sky ball. You want it to be a real stinger.
Sure, a stinger.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want that pill to go out flying past the scouts and the rovers and the midfielders.
Midfield! I know that word.
Because Jesse, there's nothing like it when you get an ace and the whole nine lifts you up on their arms and they're shouting, huzzah! Nothing like it, except maybe the feeling of, finding a hotsy-totsy little Sheba and putting a handcuff on her.
I can imagine. I can imagine that would be good. So let me ask you this: does it bother you in today's era of baseball, people using these performance-enhancing drugs?
Yeah, I've heard about some of these lobby gal trying to gazoozle their way to victory. But I tell you what, any dog robber worth his salt can recognize a butter and egg man when he sees him. No, those aren't real players. The real players are out there for love of the game.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, definitely. So who are you excited to see in this year's All-Star Game?
Well, there's Old Pete, Whitey, Putt-Putt, Eagle Eye, Crab, Scoops, the Kentucky Colonel.
Wait, are you still talking for this year? They're talking about this year's All-Star Game, right?
Bonus baloney.
Okay, never mind.
There's Wahoo Sam, Jocko, Smokey Joe, Hickory Joe, Original Joe.
It's a lot of Joes. So Homer, I gotta ask you this: with this fast pace of the world that we live in now, is a slower game like baseball still even considered America's favorite pastime?
Maybe we need a little more baseball, Jesse. Maybe we all need to slow down. Maybe we need a little more apple pie, a few more games of catch. I mean, baseball's been with us through the tough times. It got us through 2 world wars. It got us through the Great Depression. It got us through Biggie versus Tupac. You know who still believes in baseball? Lippy, the Georgia Peach, Bob Death to Flying Things Ferguson, the piano mover.
Old-timey baseball player Hammerin' Homer O'Halloran, everybody. Give it up for him.
We'll steam in.